guys, now we are on to our apple caramel heath dip. Now this dip is amazing, and I actually got this recipe from a cousin of mine. Her name is Fantasy, and she made it up one day, and I just think it's the best. It is the best dessert dip that you can make for any gathering, party, birthday parties, anniversaries, or even just a quick little munch on snack. This is amazing. It's super delicious. It has the layer of the cream cheese. It has the layer of the apple caramel sauce. It has a layer of crushed Heath bars on top. I mean, what could be better than that, right? So for this recipe, you're gonna need about 4 apples that are sliced into like little wedge pieces. Focus right now, is it? Like they would be if you bought like apple slices pre-sliced at the store. And you can do that too, that works just fine. I do prefer using the fresh apples because you get a little bit better of an apple taste with that. Also gonna need some cream cheese. I chose today the brown sugar and cinnamon. Really good flavor, and it's going to go very well with our caramel sauce that we're gonna be putting on top, as well as the Heath bars. And it's already flavored. In the original recipe I got from my cousin Fantasy, you use regular cream cheese and you add some brown sugar and some cinnamon to it. You mix it up in the cream cheese, and that is the base layer for your apple dip. You're also going to need caramel apple dip. There we go, caramel apple dip. I got this one at our local Pick and Save because Walmart did not have it in stock. You're not going to need this much. I mean, this is quite a large tub, but it is something that is so delicious. I love to keep around my house. So we're only going to use probably about a cup of this, and this container right here is probably about 2 cups, so about half the container we're going to be using for our apple dip. You're going to need 4 Heath bars. Heath bars are amazing. They're chocolate with toffee in them. In order to break these up, I don't really strongly recommend using a knife. It's much easier to use like a hand chopper or a blender to break these up. You don't want to break them up in such small pieces where it's basically a crumble on top. You want to have them with some decent sized chunks, and I'll show you what I mean by that. That's it. It's only 4 ingredients. I'm going to be using my pie pan today to be putting the dip into, because again, it is see-through, so you can see all the beautiful layers of it. What I'm going to do first is we're going to get our cream cheese into the bottom of our pie pan. Spread it out all nice and neat on the bottom. And you want to cover the whole bottom of the pan with the cream cheese. Also with this recipe, with the cream cheese, make sure it is softened. It only takes about 30 minutes for the cream cheese to get softened enough for you to be able to whip it up a little bit and make it easier to spread onto your pan. But not only that, but it helps when you go to dip the apple, because if your cream cheese is too cold, your apple will break in half, and that's just no fun. Let's go ahead and get the cream cheese into the bowl, and then we're going to top it with the caramel sauce, and then we're going to grind up our Heath bars, and then we sprinkle them on top, and then we beautifully arrange our apple slices around the outside of the bowl. Are you guys ready? Here we go! Yee! Alright, so now that we got our cream cheese in the bottom of our pie pan, you can already see the first layer of it. This is why I love using the pie pan for this dip. Now what we're going to do is we're going to open up our caramel sauce, and we're going to put that on top of the cream cheese. You can either, do a cute little design with the caramel around, or you can just go ahead and cover it up all the way around, and you'll be able to see the caramel on the outside of the pie pan. Alright, let's go ahead and get that done. Caramel is a little bit hard. It's in the refrigerator section when I bought it. So I'm going to pop it into the microwave for about 8 seconds just to get it warmed up enough where it's not so thick and it's more like a runny consistency. Don't warm it up too much where it's too hot, because then that'll be no good for your cream cheese. We got our caramel warmed up. We're going to go ahead and just pour a pile of it on there. It is quite sticky, so caution. I took my Heath bars and I put them in my Ninja. It's a blender and it's amazing. I highly do recommend you get a Ninja if you don't have one already. They're great for just about everything. The crumbs that we got off of there, Like I said, you don't want them to be too small. Just about this size works just fine. You don't really want any giant chunks in there because you don't want somebody to break a tooth off a piece of toffee. So all we're gonna do is we are now going to be taking our Heath bars, discarding all the giant pieces, and we're going to sprinkle. Just simply sprinkle. Alright, so we just sprinkle them on there. I like to do quite a bit because I love the Heath toffee bars. They're really just amazing with this caramel and the apples. Now the toffee will get a little bit soft, you know, the longer you let the dip set. When you're done making this, if you're making it in advance for your gathering or party or snack or whatever, you want to make sure that you do put this in the refrigerator. Cover it with aluminum foil and put it in the refrigerator. It does not need to be refrigerated. You know, it can last at room temperature, so don't worry about having to keep it cold at your party or whatever. It's perfectly fine at room temperature. If you do want to put it in the fridge, it'll last for about a week up into the fridge. I don't suggest you eat it anytime after a week. It'll just taste funky because of the cream cheese. There is our apple caramel Heath bar dip. Thanks, Brooke. There it is. Isn't it beautiful? You get the layers on the side. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our apple slices and we're going to arrange them around the ring of the pan. Now if you cut up your apple slices prior, you're going to want to make sure you put them in a bowl of water with some vinegar. Let me show you here. Because otherwise they will start to turn brown very quickly. You don't want to use a whole lot of vinegar, just a little bit. It just keeps the apples with their original beautiful white color. Right here I just have some regular Gala apples. Granny Smith apples work really well with this recipe too. You can pretty much choose any sort of apple you like. Normally I do some Granny Smith and some Gala or some Fuji apples just to give you a little bit of combination. You know, some people like the sour and sweet and some people just want normal sweetness. If you have any questions or anything for me, please make sure that you leave comments down below. Thank you guys again for watching today. I hope you enjoy these dips as much as me, my family, and friends do. If you have any recipes that you've always wanted to try and you've seen in a magazine or on TV or on Facebook or something and you're just not really sure how to start or where to start, please make sure you comment below telling me the name of the recipe. I will personally look it up, go to the store, buy the ingredients, and make a video just for you.